Good morning, everybody. It is now December 28th. I'm out checking my first spot where I have cable restraints, but I'm not going to actually go down to them unless there's something in it or I can see that, or if I can't see my loop. But I checked yesterday. I have a hill where I can see down over and look at my loops from it. So I'm not going to get too close just to try and get rid of the scent factor unless there's something in it and I need to dispatch the animal that's in it. I did see coyote tracks headed down by the loops that I have set out for coyotes, so there's a chance we caught something. Then again, there was tracks there yesterday and they didn't go where our traps were, so gonna see if I can spot my loops from up here. They are both untouched. Well, now I want to go down to them. It's a sad thing. Also, they're empty. I'm gonna take a real quick peek at the third one just to see if there's any tracks around it. If there is, see if I need to do anything fancy to get them to get into the cable. I'll see you guys at the next two loops, and then I'll have two footholds back here as well, and then I have another loop that's in the other direction from here. Well guys, next two cables are empty, so we're gonna move on to the bobcat traps, which I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they're empty as well, but who knows? We'll see when we get up there. And then I have one more cable here. I have two Fisher sets at my camp, and then I have three cable restraints right by that cornfield that was in the set video that I released yesterday. And I guess I really did just put them out yesterday, so we'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys when I get to the next sets. Well, I'm getting pretty close to my first bobcat set, and it's not looking like anything happened here last night. But I could smell my lure when I was walking up above these traps, so that scent's blowing through the air. Maybe we'll get lucky and it will attract something. Trap's a little uncovered. Our next set is like 40 feet away from this one, so who knows, maybe we got something in it. I can't see it yet, but won't be long till I can. Not looking disturbed. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long season and not much results for me this year. I went to a new location and had put dog proofs out. My cousin owns property with some ponds and stuff on it, so I put my traps all around these ponds and just never caught any coons. I had a foothold up in a field, and that was the one that got a coon, and then I got a possum there, and then I had a foothold up by my house in a field, and that was where I caught my second coon, and that's been all I've caught this season. 2 coons and a possum. I had never caught a possum before this season, and I caught it on the first day, so I'm thinking that maybe a possum on the first day is like a curse. Not honestly, but it definitely kind of seems like it. Just struggling to make any connections this year. That's why I'm excited to have these cables out. I just feel like it should be easier to catch something in one of these cable restraints than in a foothold, because I haven't caught a fox since New Year's Day last year in a foothold. And I haven't caught anything since November 21st. So it's been over a month since I made my last catch. So it's definitely a strugglesome year. But hopefully it picks up soon. I'm going to take you to the next cable, and then obviously it'll be later in the day, but eventually I'll be at the Fisher sets and my other 3 cable restraints. Well, we're walking up to our last cable, and I don't see anything bouncing around in it, but let's make sure it didn't get knocked over by a deer. It definitely did. So that right there was a cable that was knocked over by a deer that ran through this trail yesterday. I honestly expected this to happen. It's probably going to happen every single day, but I'm going to deal with it in the off chance that I can catch something out of it. Make sure our loops are right height. Hey guys, we're at the spot where I put the cables in the cornfield yesterday. We're probably 30-35 yards from where my first set is, and then they're all really close to each other here. Don't see anything moving around anywhere, so I'm gonna guess that they're all empty, but I gotta make sure that they didn't get kicked over by a deer or anything. First one is still standing perfectly fine. Nothing in it. Snow's too melted to even see tracks anymore, so that's not gonna happen today. This stick fell right in the way. Let's see if I can. Second one is empty. And so is the third one. But like I said, it's too melted to see if there's any fresh tracks here. We'll be back here tomorrow. We have one more location, but they're both coil spring traps, so it's not going to be one of the fresher sets. These sets are from last Saturday. I've had activity at the one. I saw gray fox tracks by both of them the other day, but could not tell, or they did not come up to the set. There is a fresh coyote set of tracks right here, actually, that is not too melted out, but it obviously didn't go through my loops. Then again, they're all set for fox. But we're gonna see you at the next spot. Hopefully we caught something there. If not, we'll check again tomorrow. Hey guys, it is 29th, I think, now. Checking our cables one more time today. Well, not one more time today. We're checking our cables again today. And first 2 are empty. Third one's empty. See you guys at the next 2, I guess. Okay guys, so I'm not at the next set. I actually decided to come back and look at where my cables are, where I thought there was a coyote den, just to check it out. And that's obviously coyote track. Well, they're all over the freaking place. They're everywhere. Going right down into that hole. Everywhere. But no. After I set the traps, they decided to go everywhere but where I put the traps. And I was cautionary with my scent. I wore gloves to touch everything. I cured all my traps. There's a coyote track up on this rock. Running all over the place, but I'm gonna have to come back here someday and just hunt for these things, because can you guys see how, you can't even see how deep that hole is. It gets so dark. But those are all coyote tracks, every single one of them. This is ridiculous. I just must be a terrible trapper. I don't know. Those must be fisher tracks here, actually. Oops, squirrel. I don't know. I'm gonna get to this next set so I can get done checking my traps. Coming up on my last cable here. And I just saw a fox track and a fisher track running through a field. There's no woods here. Like, this fisher track had to have crossed the main road. I'm honestly not very far from the road. You could probably hear the car driving. If you couldn't hear that car driving, I would be shocked. The fox makes sense, but the fisher track, I don't know so much about, but empty. Surprise, surprise. Oh my God, guys. I was just saying to my parents that if I don't catch anything within this next week, I'm quitting trapping. I come down here to my one cable restraint and we have a freaking gray fox. This is incredible. What's he caught by? Right by the waist. That's not a good catch. I'm going to get him dispatched. Actually, I'll show you guys real quick. That's our first ever gray fox. But I did not make that great of a catch on him, so I'm going to get him dispatched real quick because it makes me sad, but incredible.